For latest updates, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
The notification inviting applications to become a licensed custom broker in India have already been issued. The last date is. The question will always come up is who is eligible to apply and what are the minimum requirements. So let's go over Regulation 5 of the Custom Brokers Licensing Regulations of 2018, under which the exam is to be conducted. Let us read them very carefully. They're very simple, but people keep getting confused about it. The first condition is he has to be a citizen of India. Now, we don't really get a citizenship certificate, so we should ensure that we mention it that I am a citizen of India. I have to be of sound mind. Now, there are custom houses who ask for a medical certificate and custom houses who don't ask for. Should not have been adjudicated as insolvent. So it's better to enclose a certificate from our chartered accountant to say that we haven't been adjudicated as insolvent. He holds a valid PAN card. So not only should we mention our PAN card details, but we should also enclose a self-attested copy of our PAN card. He has not been penalized under a few offences as listed under Regulation 5F. So please ensure that you attach a self-declaration to say that you have not been penalized and mention all the acts which are given in Regulation 5F. He has neither been convicted by a competent court for an offence nor any criminal proceedings is pending against him in any court of law. This also you should give a self-declaration to the effect that you are not covered by Regulation 5G. Then comes the area where people keep asking a lot of questions, which is Regulation 5H. Regulation 5H reads very clearly as an individual applicant, or in case the applicant is its firm, its partner, or in the case of a company, its director or an authorized employee. Now that means there are so many categories who can apply. One, the individual can apply. So it is not necessary that you have to be part of a custom broking company when you apply for the examination. If the application is being made by a firm or its partner, it can be for the partner or for an authorized employee. And if the applicant is going to be a company, it could be its director or an authorized employee. What we must understand is that dependent on your application will decide what type of license will you take. If you have applied through the partnership firm, then your F card will get entered in the license of the partnership firm. If you have applied through the company, then your F card will get entered into the custom broking license of the company. And if you applied as an individual, then you are at liberty to take your own license or take it in a partnership or in a company, or get yourself entered in somebody else's existing custom broking activity. The conditions would be has to be a graduate from a recognized university. It's understood that it has to be recognized by the state government or by the central government. This H2 is in addition to H1. So the minimum qualification is you have to be a graduate. The second sub-qualification is that you should possess a professional degree such as master's or equivalent degree in accounting, finance or management, CA, CS, MBA, LLM, ACMA, FCMA. So these are all postgraduate degrees. There's not a single undergraduate degree over here. So if you are a postgraduate, you're automatically a graduate. The next subcategory would be a graduate who has undertaken a diploma in custom clearance But from where? From any institute or university recognized by the government. So that's your third category. And the last category would be is having at least 2 years experience in transacting custom broker work as a G card holder. So you have to be a graduate, that's the minimum. The second one would be you have to have a postgraduate degree, or you have to have a diploma, or you have to be a G card holder with 2 years work experience. Then you have to submit financial viability as evidenced by a certificate issued by a scheduled bank or such other proof as acceptable to the principal commissioner or commissioner that he is in possession of assets of value of not less than 5 lakhs of rupees. Now, many of us are working with the private banks. Now, working with a private bank is different than a scheduled bank. The regulations are very clear that you have to submit a certificate from a scheduled bank. In case you are submitting a certificate from a non-scheduled bank, then you have to request the principal commissioner or the commissioner to accept that certificate. It's not a given. Submitting a certificate from another bank which is not a scheduled bank is not a given. It has to be accepted by the principal commissioner or the commissioner. The next clause under 5.2 is for retired IRS officers. So I am not talking about them. And in this, they write very clearly that the principal commissioner or commissioner may, for the purposes of the regulations, make inquiries to verify the eligibility. So it's always better that you submit proof of everything through a self-attested certificate or document. That would help the commissioner take a decision whether he wants to make further inquiries or not. These eligibility criteria are very straightforward and simple, and you should not get confused about them at all. Just be clear in reading them, in classifying them separately, decide for yourself where you are falling, and remember, for those of us who are foreign educated postgraduates, they can ask you whether that university is recognized in India or not. It's very simple. Go to your placement office or your admission office in that university and ask them whether they have a registration with Indian authorities. In most cases, foreign universities who come to India for taking in students have that registration. In most cases, anybody selling admission to a foreign university is holding that registration. So proactively submit it. This is something where there is no discretion. It doesn't say anywhere that a certificate can be done away with by the attending officer. So follow these regulations to the exact wordings which are there, and there should not be a problem. So my best wishes to those of you who are going to sit for the exam. Welcome to the wonderful world of custom broking in India.
For detailed learning of all logistics subjects, visit www.logiveda.com.